Hey, so I want to say something that I don't think I've said on the show. I'm having a real hard time finding my home. My home prior to all this was conservative libertarian.
Yeah.
I vote Republican most cases. I'd like to have less and less government, right? Interfering with our shit. But this whole timeline, of things that have happened over the past 2 years.
Yeah.
But I don't have a home anymore. When you say Marjorie Taylor Greene or you say Matt Gaetz,
Yeah.
when you say Donald Trump, like it makes my skin crawl, man. When I think about Republicans / conservatives who have this undying loyalty to this guy, this guy's a bum.
Yeah.
This guy is classless. He is a reality TV piece of shit, and he doesn't represent real conservatives.
No, he was a liberal his entire life up until he just...
Right.
Yeah.
He started going to church when he became president.
Yeah.
That dude wasn't nowhere near a church before he became president.
No.
When he won the election, they didn't even anticipate winning the election. It was like a joke to them.
Yeah.
Right? So to say that this guy's better for us is you're kidding yourself.
Right.
Like, stop. We just set the Republican Party back 50 fucking years, man.
I agree.
50 years.
And they were already 100 years behind.
Okay. I think that's a little harsh.
Okay.
Because,
that's fair.
I'm an OG, but
okay.
But this definitely didn't help.
Yeah.
So now I'm finding myself without a home. I'm finding myself siding with a lot of Democratic view. I'm thinking independent. I'm thinking Libertarian Party. I just kind of want to make it clear, I am at heart a conservative, but not like this. I don't believe in religion. I don't believe in 90% of the shit.
Right.
Fuck, I don't even know why I'm even saying I'm a conservative at heart, really, because what it is now is not what it is.
Right.
Like, there's core beliefs that have just, we've flushed them down the fucking toilet.
Yeah, I'm a liberal. I'm definitely what you consider a social democrat, but you're right. Even I respected the old Republican Party more than what it is now.
Oh, sure.
Even though I disagree with almost everything.
And I'm really liberal on social issues, by the way.
So speaking of Trump lackeys, there's Eric Greitens, former governor of Missouri. He had to step down as governor of Missouri because of a scandal he was in blackmail, and is now running for Senate. And he made this ad. And he basically calls for violence on Republicans. He's a moron. Let's watch this.
I'm Eric Greitens, Navy SEAL, and today we're going rhino hunting. The rhino feeds on corruption and is marked by the stripes of cowardice. Join the MAGA crew. Get a rhino hunting permit. There's no bagging limit, no tagging limit, and it doesn't expire until we save our country.
So,
Jesus, man.
The rhino hunting permit, there's no tagging limit.
Explain what rhino means, by the way.
Republican in name only.
Yeah, so me.
So, which basically means a non-Trump Republican.
Yeah.
Right? You have to be everything that we just described. Otherwise, you're not a Republican.
So he wants to kill me.
A Republican.
He wants to kill me.
Right. Well, he says...
Him and his team of boys with their fucking Benelli shotguns want to kill me.
Yeah, he's so stupid, man. I mean, how could you not realize that when you talk about hunting people, there's no limit, and you fucking have a SWAT team and a shotgun, you're literally calling for violence without even knowing it.
Yeah.
They're so fucking dumb. And the problem is, I actually don't think that guy actually meant what he's saying, what the image was. I just think he's that stupid. Why does it have to be you with guns and a SWAT team kicking in a door? You know why? Because the base that they're appealing to, they suck off the cops. They love state violence.
Yeah.
They love it. They love the idea of SWAT teams just killing people that are different from them. Let's talk about hunting. Let's show guns. Let's talk about how great police are.
Yeah.
It's just these people, they're just sitting there mouth breathing, going, oh, that's my guy. We're going to kill the rhinos. It's fucking insane, dude. Let's make sure there's cops. Let's make sure there's guns. Let's make sure we say MAGA. Join the MAGA crew. If you could go through those full 4 years after January 6th, after everything, him like gassing a church so he could stand in front of it, like gassing the streets. I don't know if you remember that. He had like police like their gas grenades to disperse the crowd so we could get a picture in front of a church. Like, if you could look at that and say, this is a moral, God-fearing man who knows what's best for the country, is intelligent, and I don't know, you're lost, man. You're lost. And so these people are sheep herders. They're trying to pick up for their own personal and monetary gain anybody who is on the MAGA train. And the MAGA train's left, and it's been fucking stupid from the beginning, and it's stupid now.
It's disappointing. To say the very least, it's disappointing. It's embarrassing. So there's only going to be him, Matt Gaetz, and Marjorie Taylor Greene at the helm, and Mitch McConnell, because he's a real cunt too.
Yeah. He's a turtle.
Like
this plus Roe v. Wade overturning, like this kind of stuff, it's going to push people towards, it's not even my side. I agree with Democrats more, but they still love giving tax breaks to the rich. They still love not having universal health care. They still love their big donors and their big donations. They aren't my side, which are progressive liberals with universal health care and like deprivatizing prisons and deprivatizing elections and overturning Citizens United. I mean, I'm a liberal. The country's going to lean towards the Democrats now because Republicans now are that gun-toting psychos who want to take away women's rights and want you to fucking just pray to Jesus every day. Like these people are tearing themselves apart, and I'm fucking laughing at it.
There are a few good ones left, man.
Of course.
But they're also being like pushed out, right? So in my opinion, it's a real authoritarian style mentality. And I can't remember her name, but there's a woman who wrote, I don't know if it's even recent, but she studied authoritarian regimes for her whole career. She's written this sort of litmus test for, was it litmus or litmus? We got to figure that out.
Fucking lit nuts.
Litmus?
It's litmus.
Litmus? All right.
Yeah.
There's a sort of litmus test
Yeah.
that she has created to basically identify an authoritarian leader, right?
Yeah.
And tell me if you think that this sounds familiar. One of the first things is the person tends to be an outsider. They tend to kind of be on the fringe. They kind of tend to not really conform to left or right. Right.
Yeah.
Chavez, Hitler, for certain.
Yeah.
Another thing that they do when they gain power is they try to hush the media. They tell you that anything that the media is telling you, it's a narrative. It's fake news. It's fake news, right?
Yeah.
There's many other aspects to this litmus test, but every one of them, when you read them, is Donald Trump.
Sure, but it's incompetent. Like, the funny thing about Trump is he really wants to be that authoritarian, but he's a dumb drug addict. I mean, even the January 6th, which he orchestrated, he half orchestrated it in a very cowardly way. He's like, yeah, if you want to kill all my enemies, that's fine, but I didn't say it.
Yeah,
like he's a pussy.
Like,
he really
stupid.
is like ridiculous.
Yeah,
you should be ashamed for voting for him. Maybe not the first time, okay? I can understand. Hillary Clinton is one of the worst candidates the Democratic Party has ever put forward.
Yeah, there was some hope there in the first. In the first year, it's like, he's kind of brazen and.
I think some people just wanted to shake up the system,
sure,
which I understand.
Okay.
But then, like, 4 years later, you have to recognize that Biden's a better choice. Biden barely functions as a dude. He's a fucking reanimated corpse at this point.
It reminds me of the South Park episode. Remember?
A shit sandwich and a douchebag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what we had, right?
Yeah.
And then so like, no matter what you do, you're kind of fucked.
Right.
And so Biden got the nod, and that's it. That's where we're at. So like, he could barely function. Yeah. But it's still better than a world with
Trump. Trump was destroying everything, man. He was tearing us apart. He was happy to be divisive. He was the most ununiting president we've ever seen. He had no interest in uniting anybody. He just wanted his party to love him and literally fuck everyone else. And they could have put up a fucking pair of headphones and we would have voted for it over fucking Trump. And that's why the Stop the Steal shit was so insane. It's like, no, dude, the ballots are legit. There were like 25 trials. They tried to get this stuff, and there was no evidence.
His people as well.
Yeah, fucking.
His people were in charge of some of those.
Right, well, that's what I mean. He appointed these people, and they said, no, there's no evidence of a steal.
Yeah.
The country has just recognized that you're incompetent and you have to go, and we'll pick almost anybody over you.
Yeah.
And the Trump hardcore base just couldn't accept it. All these years of fucking wanting to see liberal tears and fucking snowflakes, and they became the biggest delusional snowflakes you've ever seen. Oh, there's no way my guy wouldn't win. There's no way. It has to be fraud. It's no, they start the steal. They're taking my election. Where's my country? It's like, I thought you were like the people of like accepting reality, feet on the ground, set a head in the clouds. Like, what? You guys are embarrassing. Stop.
Pull yourself up by the bootstraps, motherfuckers. You lost.
Right. Where are your boots at?
Yeah.
God. Here's the thing. I don't know how we get out of this too, because like Trump's answer is the wrong answer. Divide everybody and only appeal to one little group. I think the right answer is to get people together, compromise, figure out a form of government, figure out ideas to where we can work as a team, even if we disagree on some stuff, to move forward. And the hardcore Trump QAnon people will never, how do we get them to unradicalize? Like, how do, like, they're going to fucking break off into another state at some point, man. And I don't know how we win them back. Like, is it by force? Is it just literally, you know, the Democrats get in, they do all these laws, and you just have to fucking eat it, and you hate your government, you hate your neighbors. It's a shitty way to live, man. It's like religion. When you were just overtaken by an idea that is become your identity. I know we just spent like this whole podcast insulting them, and they're not going to like this podcast.
Well,
like,
stop being embarrassing, and we'll stop. We'll stop when those ads stop. I'll stop.
Yeah.
But you have taken a dude who was pretty loyal to you, and like now he's out in outer space, not knowing where to go. Like, I don't know where to go, man, because you've wronged me, man. You've confused me. So when that stops, when we're consistently sane in the head, but you just set us back 100 years, so that's it.
Yeah,
that's it. We're fucked.
He didn't build the wall. He didn't build the wall, and they think he did. He claims success, and there are people like, he built the wall. He did like a fence for a couple 100 miles or something. Like, and most of the wall was already there. If you can believe something that is just not true at all because he said it, that's a cult leader. You can look at something that's right in front of your face and say, that's not there because this guy said it wasn't, and I believe him.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, kiss his ring.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, so that's Eric Greitens. Don't vote for him. He's a dildo. Trump's a dildo. Grow up, read a book.
There's got to be a better alternative.
This is harsh, man. I'm like, oh, well.
Yeah, there's
sorry, I just think you're wrong if you're a hardcore Trumpist. Be Trumpist, man. Living in Trumpistan.